and bustle behind. Alliance is your passport to adventure. It's about the thrill of discovery and the joy of togetherness. When you join the Alliance, you discover a serene haven on the open road. Escape the chaos, find serenity, and revel in the beauty of the world, where adventure and comfort unite. Join the Alliance and start your adventure today.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Casey Standahar, and welcome to Friday Football Tailgate.
Casey, I can't explain to you how excited I am to have high school football back. Not only do we have one of the best matchups in the area, but potentially one of the best matchups in the state. Southwestern Michigan, get your popcorn ready.
What do you think about it, crowd? You guys ready for some Friday night football?
If you're looking to buy or sell in our current market, finding the right agent is everything. You really want to have an agent who knows the local market, who can guide you through the process and give you really good advice. That's what a RE/MAX by the Lake agent will provide to you.
Don't worry about me over here. I'm cooking.
Yellow peas are beneficial overall to the whole system.
From Al Stockman Stadium at Lakeshore High School, it's another Southwest Michigan high school football battle. The Fort Central Mustangs coming to Stevensville to take on the Lancers. This is Friday Football Tailgate. Let's go!
Got bigger dreams, don't you?
Please, enlighten me in my sin. I dread not make a single step.
Welcome to Alliance RV, where we believe that every journey is a story waiting to be written. Imagine the joy of togetherness, where families relax, kids play, and memories come to life right outside our RVs. Your adventure begins when you choose to join the Alliance. Rediscover the delight of connecting and making cherished memories, leaving the daily hustle and bustle behind. Alliance is your passport to adventure. It's about the thrill of discovery and the joy of togetherness. When you join the Alliance, you discover a serene haven on the open road. Escape the chaos, find serenity, and revel in the beauty of the world, where adventure and comfort unite. Join the Alliance and start your adventure today.
Won't see us walking away, 'cause now we made it this far. We ain't ashamed of who we are. We made a choice, this army's here to stay. And trust me, this is something to believe in. Achieve it, it's up to you. It's up to you. Voices rising like a church choir, light it up like a wildfire. Setting these dreams higher and higher and higher till it comes to life. Tired of feeling like an outsider. Made to believe I was an outlier. I'm not the only one who's inspired. We're gonna turn these dreams into an empire, empire. The pain into an empire, empire. The rage into an empire, empire. We're gonna build it up, empire.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Football Tailgate, brought to you by Compton Incorporated. They get the job done right. This is Friday Football Tailgate live from Ratcliffe Field in South Haven, Michigan, where tonight the Rams take on the visiting Watervliet Panthers. Joining me now, lead analyst Brett Lesniak and our color commentator Ken Dietz. Guys, what a turnout for tonight's game. We got the cheerleaders, the band. What about this crowd?
Casey, what a crowd we have tonight. Yeah, there we go. These fans are looking for a good game tonight. They're fired up, Ken. South Haven still fighting for a playoff spot. Watervliet, they're just trying to play spoiler. They don't got anything to lose tonight. Ken, I know Watervliet holds a special place in your heart. Tell us what you think about this game tonight.
Absolutely. I spent 18 years in Watervliet as an athletic director and coach, and I had a lot of great times there and just retired last year. But I also have some alliance and some ties here in South Haven. I taught here from 1990 to 1998 as a basketball coach and a teacher, and now I currently live in South Haven. So I'm a little divided, but I'm a Panther too heart and I'll always be a Panther. So looking forward to a great ball game.
Yeah, Ken, you got your feet in both tents a little bit there. Tonight's game brought to you by RealTruck.com. Friday Football Tailgate, exclusively funded through support from businesses who want to invest in high school athletics, and the schools aren't charged any fees to bring these shows on site. Tonight, we're going to hear from Coach Tremblay, Coach Eddie, some team historians, a few others. Guys, this is a relatively new matchup, though. Brent, how many times have the Rams met the Panthers?
Well, not many at all. This is only the fourth matchup between South Haven and Watervliet. South Haven leads the series 2-1, including a 51-6 beatdown of Watervliet last year.
Not very many.
Yeah, that was a tough game. I was there, and South Haven played really well last year. They had a really good ball club, and they ran their offense well. They pounded it up the middle with some big, strong kids, and then they took it around the edge when they needed to. So South Haven did really well last year.
Yeah, Ken, last year when these two teams played, South Haven just destroyed Watervliet. It wasn't even close. They ran up and down the field as almost they were going against air. It was a rough night for the Panthers.
You guys, this is a special night, though. It's homecoming here at South Haven. It's a big night. Do you think maybe, Ken, they're reminiscing, looking at old yearbooks, maybe some old pictures?
Oh, no doubt about it. It's a great time to reminisce, look back. These kids that are seniors right now remember playing and watching games when they were in middle school, and now it's their night to shine. They've had a great week. The weather's beautiful. They're excited about this game tonight and homecoming.
Well, speaking of middle school, our producers are telling me that we have a fun picture up here. Look at that haircut. Ken, that's you.
That's a long time ago. I had to be back in the 70s with that haircut.
You didn't even need a helmet.
Yeah, thanks.
You had the haircut.
Ken, hey, you know what? You look good there, Ken. You had a lot more hair than you do now, so it's a good picture.
Well, it's not fair, though. We also have Brent's, of course, too. Look at that cutie.
Look at that. That's when the legend of the B-Man started right there, Ken. But on a serious note, Pam and Herb, are you serious for letting me out of the house like that?
Oh, come on.
That's borderline child abuse.
Cut him some slack. It's cute.
Well, that's pretty good. But Casey, I contacted some people and I found a picture of you. Let's look.
Oh, no. We have the same haircut. Where did you get that, Ken?
I've been around a long time, Casey. I have a lot of connections from a lot of people all over the country, and I'll never reveal my sources. But That's a great picture.
Okay, well, now that we're all embarrassed thoroughly, thank you to our producers for digging up some magic there. We have a lot more coming up as well. Our producers obviously been great for that. Brent, your thoughts on tonight's matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough matchup for Watervliet. I think the biggest question is, can Watervliet slow the run game down? Last year, South Haven rushed for over 300 yards, and they did it in 3 quarters. They just completely dominated the football game and owned the line of scrimmage.
Ken, your thoughts as well?
Yeah, they did. And, it's going to be a tough one. But like I said, I'm not sure South Haven is as tough up front as they were last year. They don't have as powerful as running backs, but they're still really good at what they do. And we'll see what happens.
Well, let's take a closer look now at these two teams, these two head coaches, and how they prepared for tonight's game.
We live in a great little town. We have a great facility. You'll know that it's 108 years old, the longest continuous use field. It does have a Wrigley Field or Fenway Park feel to it.
So going to play South Haven for over the past 3 years or so since we've been doing this, it's kind of been a new rivalry, like you said, and that's in all our sports.
Watervliet travels well. Coach Turnbull and his squad have been great the last handful of years.
Seems like we're always up out of the game. It's turned into one of those games that probably both sides are looking forward to, and we know we got to bring our best, and because they're probably bringing their best.
Join us for Friday football tailgate on October 4th here at historic Radcliffe Field.
Of the fans here in attendance, all the cheerleaders, the band hanging out with us, and we're joined now by South Haven AD Brock Thumb. Brock, thanks for coming on. You're the athletic director here, but there's a tie that also has you with our visiting team a little bit tonight. So walk us through the backstory with Watervliet.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. This is super exciting. South Haven's been awesome. South Haven, let's hear it. Let's go. So yeah, originally I am from Watervliet, so that's who we're playing tonight. I was born and raised there. Watervliet's a great community. I had some time with Ken over there for he was my athletic director in high school. But the community of Watervliet's second to none. They're awesome. Blue collar, small town feel, and I just really am proud to be from there. So yeah, that's my family ties.
I mean, Brock, when I came in, I heard you were a wrestler. I thought about shooting the legs, but I don't think that's a great idea, especially after what I heard about what you accomplished in wrestling. But Brock, just talk about the alliances that you have to both programs. I know you hit on it a little bit, but now you're in South Haven. I believe it's your first year, correct?
Yes, my fourth year here, first year as athletic director, and I was a teacher here in the high school for the past 3 years. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
And Ken, you have a similar story as well, so you can relate to Brock in that way, kind of having your both feet in different camps here.
Yeah, like I said, I was here in 1990, 1998, had a great time, met a lot of people. I see a lot of my old students out there. What's up, Jake? And, then I worked with Brock at Watervliet and watched him grow as a player, as a student, and then I watched him grow as an individual and a great human being. So I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him, and to keep him around this area. He's doing a great job here. Some new traditions we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yes.
So, Brock, how's it going your first year?
First year has been a little crazy, but I have to give a huge shout out to Adam Versaput. He has been an incredible mentor to me. So that's been super, super helpful. But the first I've been on for 2 months, and it's like drinking through a fire hose at times. So a lot to learn, a lot of late nights.
Sure.
But I love it. And South Haven's been really, really good to me.
And Brock, when you see the turnout already for this event, for homecoming, what does that make you think about this program?
It's incredible. Again, South Haven, their community is awesome, and they back their schools, and I think education is super important, and athletics as a whole. So the support that we get from the community is awesome. So,
and Brock, do you have anything funny or something you can tell us about the legendary Ken Dietz up here? I would love to hear something that maybe stood out about Ken when you guys were together.
Oh, this is a tough question. I don't know. I think at times me and Ken, we had a up and down relationship, and just because wrestlers, we're knuckleheads, we're just meatheads. So Ken was awesome to us and putting up with us. I don't have too many crazy stories, but he had to put us in our place when we needed to be put in our place. But no, I think he did a really good job. And as a whole, when Ken was at Watervliet, I mean, the facilities and everything went completely up, and new traditions that were started. He did an incredible job. So. Funny stories. I don't got a ton, but yeah, no, he did.
You're paying him to say that, aren't you, Ken?
Absolutely. I slid him a little 20 under the table. Thanks, Brock. I appreciate
Brock,
it.
we already mentioned the massive crowd. We got kids with their chests painted. The student section. It's going to be exciting here. a lot of things are happening new as far as homecoming this year. Tell us about the new Spirit of the Ram tradition.
Yeah, so the Spirit of the Ram that happened this past Monday, where we take our kindergartners on one side of the football field at Ratcliffe, which is a historic place to do a lot of things, and then our seniors on one half of the field, and they walk together to the song. Oh gosh, I drawn a blank.
We'll show it soon.
Okay,
so
perfect. So yeah, they walk together and meet at halftime, and they exchange beads and things like that. Just kind of exchange memories and what it means to be a Ram, because it's a special place to be a part of.
That's awesome. Let's take a closer look at that now.
Seniors, you are the class of 2025. You are nearing the end of your 13-year high school career. From your first day of kindergarten until your last day as a senior, you walk across that graduation stage, and right here at Radcliffe, you've been through hours of practices, classes, homework, field trips, and so much more. Kindergartners, listen to this number. You are the class of 2037. Everything that we just talked about is what you get to look forward to, and there's no doubt in all of our minds that you will absolutely rock it. Stings, would you enjoy your 50-yard walk to the sideline and meet and greet one another? Let's go.
What an awesome tradition for homecoming. I love seeing that. It honestly brings a tear to my eye. It's beautiful to watch those seniors interact with those kindergartners. Just both sides. Just so awesome. We have Vandy here from Homecoming Court and our Homecoming Court, the royalty themselves from South Haven. Very excited. Thank you guys for joining us all. Vandy, tell us about Homecoming Court this year and the students that we have behind me.
We have a great group of students. This is probably one of the closest races I've ever seen. It's been a fun week. We had a lot of participation with dress-up days. We had powder puff brought back to the school, and today was kickball and decorating the halls. It was a fabulous week, but this is an outstanding group of kids right behind me.
And Gianna, you are on Homecoming Court. Congratulations, by the way, to all of you. This is very exciting. I was never on Homecoming Court, so I just want to live vicariously through you guys. But tell me more about that Spirit of the Ram tradition and what it was like to participate in that.
So ever since I was a freshman, I've always admired how much the seniors stand out to everyone and they kind of guide everyone. And just having the most school spirit, so much fun, and it's more fun when you participate. So.
And this homecoming race, as Vandy just told us, very tight race. Are you nervous, or what are the feelings going into tonight?
I'm not really nervous. This is all just kind of fun and games. It's senior year, might as well participate.
I think our mascot's a little bit nervous, a little bit fearful here as well. And can you tell us, your feelings on the Spirit of the Ram tradition and what this whole weekend means to you and your teams and the student body here?
Yeah, I think it was really cool to be the first group to do it, and I feel like starting those traditions is really important, especially being seniors. You think you know what it's going to be like when you get here, and it's just nothing like you'd expect it to be. And then being on the homecoming court is just, why not do it? It's so much fun. We're all friends here, so whatever happens, and we're all going to have a good time Saturday. So
yeah, you guys got a great group. What are your plans after high school, if you know yet?
Right now, I'm looking at naval ROTC programs to be a fighter pilot. So big dreams, and I got to thank my parents for encouraging me to do those types of things.
I love that. What a fabulous young man. And what are your plans after school, if you know yet?
I plan on going to U of M to study kinesiology and get my PhD in movement science and physical therapy.
What a great group you have. I mean, my goodness, these are impressive students. We're so excited. We are going to talk with both coaches. We have so much more on Friday Football Tailgate after this break.
Got bigger dreams, don't you?
Please, enlighten me of my sin. I dread not make a single step.
We're back on Friday Football Tailgate, sponsored by Zenby Pasta, T-shirt Printing Plus, and RC Photography. Special thanks also to Compton Incorporated, offering a variety of excavation services, including site preparation, grading, land clearing, drainage, excavation for foundations, underground utilities. Sponsors like these guys help us bring quality content to these communities at no cost to the schools. All right, team, we're back, and we've got to meet with the Panthers head coach here soon, Josh Tremblay. What do you think, Brent, that we can expect, and Ken, from the Panthers tonight?
First, I want to do a shout out to Three Blondes in South Haven and Local 3 in Watervliet. They're streaming this activity right now live, and they're great supporters of both of their community athletics and their schools. So thanks, Three Blondes. Thanks, Local 3.
And we were just there, Ken. We had a great lunch.
They did a
I
great
had the
job.
Michigan cherry barbecue sauce. Delicious.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Trombley earlier in the week, and I got the feeling that, he feels like his kids are backs against the wall. They've had some bad breaks. They struggled a little bit. They had a couple close games early, and they didn't come through. But listen, Josh is an intelligent young man. He's a really knowledgeable football coach. He's going to have something up his sleeve tonight, so don't lay down on the Panthers.
I mean, Watervliet's going to have to play the perfect football game tonight, and I'm just not sure they can do it. They've struggled on defense this year. They've been shredded at times. Their offense hasn't been able to put points on the board, and I'm just not sure they're going to be able to hold up at the line of scrimmage. I apologize, Coach. I know you're coming up here soon, but they're going to have to be able to compete at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a tough night for Watervliet.
And Brent, Coach Tremblay did mention to us that it's important for his team not to come up flat in that third quarter. So in your experience, how important is momentum coming out of the half?
I mean, momentum is huge, but you also have to have execution. There's been some times during the season where Watervliet hasn't executed down the stretch where they had a chance to win some football games. So yes, momentum is a good thing, but not any more important than execution is.
All right, let's meet our visiting team from down the road.
Won't see us walking away, 'cause now we made it this far. We ain't ashamed of who we are. We made a choice, this army's here to stay. And trust me, this is something to believe in. Achieve it, it's up to you. It's up to you. Voices rising like a church choir, light it up like a wildfire, sending these dreams higher and higher and higher till it comes to life. Tired of feeling like an outsider, made to believe I was an outlier. I'm not the only one who's inspired. We're gonna turn these dreams into a
now on stage is Coach Tremblay and Owen Epple. Coach, hi Owen. Hi guys. How we feeling?
Good.
Good.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, we just talked about your team. You had to watch us talk about it, but I think that's motivating in a way, right?
Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to hear the non-love coming your way,
Oh.
but you got to learn how to take that in, and that comes with the territory, I guess.
And I get to be the first one to talk after doing that too. But Coach, I want to talk about Carson Underwood a little bit. I went to school with his dad, Brett. He comes from a rich history of football players in his family. Does a little bit of everything for your football team. He's a running back, catches passes. He's a kick returner. He's also been a bright spot on defense. I know he's injured, but I'm hearing he might play tonight. If he does, how does that change the dynamic of your football team?
Well, I don't want to give away any trade secrets here, but unfortunately, Carson will not be playing tonight. His ankle's worse than we thought it was.
Man.
He's the kind of kid that would tough it out if he could, but it's just not well enough to go.
Gotcha.
But he is a great football player for us.
Owen, great to see you, buddy. One of the greatest kids around, and unfortunate situation this summer. But how are you holding up, and how are you helping your teammates?
I mean, I feel pretty good as I can be. I just try and help out as much as can. There's a lot of young kids on the team that haven't played a lot of football, so just helping them out, getting them in the right spots is a big part of what I'm trying to do on the sidelines. They just need as much help as they can get, and I try and help as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Owen, what's it like? And Coach, what's it like kind of being the road team entering into this homecoming atmosphere? It's a big crowd. What are the pressures that come along with that?
There's definitely a big pressure. I mean, South Haven has a ton of people here. So I remember playing here 2 years ago for their homecoming, and it was a great atmosphere. We ended up losing, but I just hope our team comes ready to play because I know South Haven probably is. So I just don't want to get pounded.
Coach, when we talked earlier this year, or this week earlier, you talked about that word compete, having that different motivational message every game week. Why is it compete, and why is that so important for your group here tonight?
Well, at some point you get to a place where that's all you can ask the kids to do is show up and compete. And sometimes you get some guys playing in some new spots, which we have, and all we can ask them is give us everything they've got, and hopefully we can compete week in and week out. And we just keep preaching that every day, basically.
And Owen, you've stayed involved with the team. Obviously, you're injured. You're not playing right now. I know it's heart-wrenching for you, but how are you encouraging these guys off the field and staying as involved as you can?
Just staying positive. I mean, it's been a rough season, so any positive things that I can help them with, just keeping their minds in the right spot is a big thing.
Coach Owen, thank you so much for taking the time to share more about your group with us this evening. We'll let you go get ready for the game and get excited. Right now, we're going to hear from a former coach, Ron Farrick, to dive deeper into the Watervliet program.
The community will probably tell you the same thing. Probably the biggest football game in maybe the history of this school might have been when we played for the state championship in 1979. The place shut down. It's a small town. The place shut down, signs on the windows, gone to the dome. There's a difference of sitting in the stands and running through the tunnel. We came out on the short end, again 13-0 against Upper Peninsula School, Ishpeming. A wonderful experience for our kids, things that they still talk about. Very proud today, and I was proud to be part of it as well. But what a wonderful experience for our guys. In '93, Hartford won the state championship, set all kinds of records, scoring records. Beginning of the season, they were averaging 43 points a game. The following year, both unbeaten, squaring off here at Panther Stadium. I still believe if it wasn't the largest crowd we've ever had, it was maybe the biggest we've ever had in here. And we got them. We knocked them off, and place went crazy. Kids were jumping up and down. Wonderful experience. 62 seasons down here in Panther Stadium as a track coach or a football coach, and seeing the new turf, how that pops and that logo sticking out there, definitely a source of pride for our community and for us all involved with it. If you're familiar with the constellation Cassiopeia, it's a big W in the sky at night. And if you follow the W and the western end of the W, you follow it, it leads you right to the Big Dipper. But look at that W in the sky, and praying to the mighty Panther in the sky. And the community's been very supportive of all of us coaches, and we're just real happy to be part of this community.
Great stuff there from Ron Farrick. We are back here now with Jeremy Andrews and Link, two historians that can give us more information. I've loved learning about these programs. So, guys, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so Perry, 1975, you guys go 4-5. You come back in 1976, you go 8-1. You lose one football game by 2 points to Pittsburgh. You don't get in the playoffs. Finally, you come back in 1977. You go 8-1. You make the playoffs. You make it to the regional championship game, and you get beat by Grand Rapids Rep Catholic 21-20. Can you just talk about your 3-year run and maybe talk about that regional championship game?
Yeah, a little bit about that team. I mean, the stars kind of aligned with the talent level at South Haven at that time. We had a great and probably the best player to come out of South Haven is Shelby Gamble. Mike Jones was all class, all state on that team, and we were 9-0 as a JV team, and I didn't have either of those guys. So the talent around was really good. Jerry Canoni, who did a nice video, he and Mike both caught more passes that season than anyone had previously. So it was a magical year. The two losses that you mentioned, the loss our junior year, they didn't have playoffs that year.
Yep.
We started the tradition, and they did it in rank, and there was only 4 classes, and we were Class B, and just an awesome ride. I mean, I think our team averaged over 40 points a game. I know we got a little bit on UCAN and some of the other teams that were in the area, but just a remarkable bunch of guys, and still in touch with a lot of them today.
Yeah. Kent, before you ask your question, I want to send Brent off. He's got to get ready for his predictions. He's 6-2, so we got to make sure he keeps that impressive record going. So we'll let him go. But
talk
Ken,
about that year. So I was in 8th grade, and I watched you play in 6th and 7th grade, even though I lived in Pawpaw. And you and Mike Jones were one of my favorite Wolverine Conference athletes. I remember betting my lunchroom lady $5 on the game, South Haven and Pawpaw, and she gave me 50 points. I figured I had this baby in the bag, right? That's when I first started gambling when I was in 8th grade. You beat us 78-20, and I had to give my lunch money that whole week to that lady, so I didn't eat all week long. Can I get my $5 back?
Well, I don't think I can do that for a couple reasons. One is you guys scored first, if you remember.
I do.
And the second thing is we were punting on first down by the 4th quarter, so it was really struggled to give you that back. But no, what a game! I mean, that was our 78 for the class of 78. The year before, we scored 77 against Three Rivers for the class of 77, and we scored a lot of points. And again, it was a balanced effort. Shelby on the ground, Mike and Jerry and company in the air, Gus Thaler,
right.
tough guys. Just a fun group. I mean, just a remarkable group.
And Jeremy, any memories for you from this matchup and just homecoming in general? A lot of excitement tonight.
Well, actually, is it going?
You're good, yeah.
Actually, we never played South Haven when I was coach. We scrimmaged over here once,
Okay.
so I don't have any memories from the matchup, unfortunately. Certainly some great memories from homecoming, where we had some memorable wins and some big games. And yeah, we had talking a lot about scoring points, and we had some teams that were fortunate enough to be able to put up some good numbers as well. And I mean, I think tonight at any kind of homecoming night, whether you're the home or the away team, is always a fun night. And our goal was always to try to spoil homecoming if it was somebody else's, of course. And you never want to lose your own homecoming.
Coach, you had some great success, obviously, and some very high-scoring seasons. And some great quarterbacks. I think you had 7 straight years of quarterbacks that were all state or honorable mention. Talk to us about how that happened. I know wasn't an accident.
Well, a lot of that was, the hard work in the offseason, the stuff that you don't see. Those guys willing to come in on, Sunday afternoons and put in some extra time during the offseason. And we did a lot of training with that. We spent a lot of time at 7-on-7. That was pretty big for us because we were going to throw the ball quite a bit. So we wanted to make sure that we could throw and catch it. So we spent a lot of time with that. But certainly that time in the offseason, and not just the actual drill work with footwork and stuff, but film work as well. So we would come in the offseason and we would go through, every play and look at some good and some bad. And, if they were a returner, then we could look at their own film or previous guys. And, here's the model. These were the guys that did it before you. And if we want to keep that going, here's the things that you need to do. And so we were fortunate to have a bunch of guys that just bought in and were willing to put that time in.
Jeremy, Perry, thank you guys so much. We got to send it over to Brent. He's 6-2. We mentioned it before. He's got some predictions for tonight's matchups. Brent?
Yeah, 6-2. Let's go. Let's get right into my high school game picks. We're going to cross over the state line into Indiana right off the bat. Bart Curtis, the Warsaw football coach, led Mishawaka to a state championship game in 2012. Well, now his former offensive coordinator, Keith Kinder, is at Mishawaka. Plus, my son Connor, he goes to Mishawaka. So I got to pick Mishawaka, correct? Wrong. I'm going to take Warsaw. The teacher teaches the student tonight. I'll take Warsaw by 7. Lakeshore and Matawan. Neither of these teams are great. Lakeshore has one of the worst defenses in school history this year. Matawan at least plays defense. I'll take Matawan to spoil Lakeshore's homecoming by 7. St. Joe and Portage Northern. This is a battle for the top of the SMAC conference. St. Joe might be the most improved team. They also might be the best team in the conference. There was a guy at Portage Northern by the name of Kelly Baraka. He was a 5-star recruit that went to Michigan. Last I checked, he's 40 years old, not playing tonight. I'll take St. Joe by 10. Buchanan versus Berrien Springs. Buchanan started off slow, but they bounced back. But I think that's a product of an easy schedule. Berrien Springs has speed to burn. I think they'll run up and down the field tonight. I'm Buchanan. I'll take Berrien Springs by 21. Dowagiac versus Brandywine. I don't know how to put it. Brandywine is not very good this year. They've been blown out of every game. The good thing for Brandywine is it's almost basketball season. So go ahead and roll those basketballs out for open gym. I'll take Dowagiac by 40 plus. Paw versus Edwardsburg. Now, this is a matchup of the top of the Wolverine Conference. Last year, Paw beat Edwardsburg twice, including a 35-0 beatdown at Edwardsburg. Dan Purley has Edwardsburg playing a lot better football this year, but I'll take Paw at home by 3. South Haven and Watervliet. If you guys want to hear this pick, you're going to have to wait till the end of the show tonight. When we come back, we'll talk about the Rams with Coach Mark Eddy and how they prepare for today's. Stick around.
This is Jeff Street, owner of Boss Services. Jeff isn't running for office, but he does enjoy walking majestically through open fields. For Boss Services, raising the standard isn't just a catchphrase. It's a way of life, always striving to provide a better home service experience than anyone else. If you need an exceptional heating, cooling, bathroom company, elect Boss Services as your trusted home service provider.
I'm Jeff Street, and I approve this message.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today. Like the Kubota L-Series compact tractor, the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., Z-Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months, plus save up to $300. Now through September 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Don't worry about me over here. I'm cooking.
Yellow peas are beneficial overall to the whole system.
If you're looking to buy or sell in our current market, finding the right agent is everything. You really want to have an agent who knows the local market, who can guide you through the process and give you really good advice. That's what a RE/MAX by the Lake agent will provide to you.
Voices rising like a church choir, light it up like a
Well, welcome back to Friday Football Tailgate. We just heard that crowd. Let's hear it again. The South Haven Rams cheerleaders, the band, everybody here with us. Welcome back to Friday Football Tailgate. We're sponsored by Red Canoe Furniture, our video production company, Suka Vision, Little Red Fern, TPC Technologies, Special thanks also to Alliance RV and the Inn at Harbor Shores, who are part of the large team that help us bring this show to life and to local communities at no cost to them. So, guys, we're about to turn our attention to South Haven, the home team. Brent, what does South Haven have to do here?
South Haven just needs to do what South Haven does and run the football with their three-headed monster. South Haven dominates the line of scrimmage. I expect South Haven to do very well tonight.
Ken?
Yeah, that's the key for South Haven, and Watervliet's going to have to do a nice job up front, and they're going to have to be efficient on offense. They have ability to make some big plays. Caleb Jewell is one heck of a great athlete and probably one of the better athletes on the field tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's been awesome to see that. And we just talked with some team historians, so we're learning a lot here on Friday Football Tailgate. Education, very important. So I want to know if you and Brent know some of the same players that those guys mentioned from years past. So we're going to play a little game. Who's that player? You guys ready? All right, here's that first picture. Any guesses here?
I mean, Ken, I don't even know what year that was from, but what a quarterback wearing number 27? I don't know who that is. I know it's from Michigan. What do you got for me, Ken?
It's kind of unfair because it probably was before you were born. I think I was 4 years old. That number 27 is Don Moorhead.
We're talking about the guy with the ball, right?
The guy with the ball, Don Moorhead, played quarterback at Michigan. That was probably 1969 or 1970. They won the Big Ten championships at 69, and they beat USC in the Rose Bowl in 1970.
Yeah, that's
great quarterback.
Awesome pick.
All right, let's try another one here. Try to get some of these right. Oh, we're getting older, still in black and white. The picture quality is a little bit worse.
I know this one. Because me and this guy were on the same rushing list together. This is the great Shelby Gamble.
There you go.
This is the guy that did just about everything for South Haven. He's a legend, so I know that one, Ken.
One heck of an athlete, no doubt about it. He hit it on the head. Played football at Boston College. I believe he played 33 college games at Boston College. One heck of an athlete, one heck of a great guy, and good friends with Perry that was just
there
up
you
here.
go. You guys are basically 2 for 2. Next picture. Ooh, okay. We got a firm headshot here, so we're seeing some facial features. Any guesses? Not in a helmet?
That's a big, strong guy, and I'm not going to say his name. I'll let you do that, Ken, but I think maybe he's coming up in a segment here in a little bit.
He is, you're right. And Tony Canoni played football at Wisconsin back in the 60s. One heck of a football player and a great community supporter and an athlete supporter here.
Well, Ken, you talked about his connection with Barry Alvarez, but we're still not on the Wisconsin sideline. So can you work on that?
We'll talk to him.
All right.
All right, next photo. Okay, now we're in color. This is helpful. Any guesses here, guys?
That's a brother. That is a Grimes.
Yeah, what does that jersey say?
Yeah, is that Manchester?
Yep.
I think that's Caleb Grimes.
That is correct.
Very good. Very, very good athlete here. Graduated in the early 2000s. Played football here as a quarterback and, like I said, at Manchester College. Absolutely right. Very good.
It helps when it's in color, and then maybe I was around for it.
Exactly. All right, one more, guys. Here's our last one. Can you tell who this is?
That's a legend because he went to Grand Valley State, and it's the greatest university in the world. That is actually Isaiah Grimes. Played some football overseas. I won't talk about that playoff game against the Wajak. Don't want to bring up any bad memories, but this is Isaiah Grimes. He's a great football player at Grand Valley.
Hey, you guys did better than I thought you would. That was impressive. This South Haven team has a ton of guys who have poured into this program, and now it's time to meet the home team.
Won't see us walking away, 'cause now we made it this far. We ain't ashamed of who we are. We made a choice, this army's here to stay. And trust me, this is something to believe in. Achieve it, it's up to you. It's up to you. Voices rising like a church choir, light it up like a wildfire. Setting these dreams higher and higher and higher till it comes to life. Tired of feeling like an outsider. Made to believe I was an outlier. I'm not the only one who's inspired. We're gonna turn these dreams into an empire.
All right, we got the home team on stage with us, Coach Eddie and his quarterback, Cade Hahn. Both of you, thank you so much for coming on before the game.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
How are we feeling tonight?
I'm even if this has done a long time, I still get nervous, but I'm super excited too. It's a lot of fun.
Cade, what are your thoughts going into this matchup?
I'm ready. I think our team's ready. Watervliet, they look good. We look good.
Hey,
Two
looking
tough-
good. Looking good's half the
Yeah.
battle, right?
2 tough losses though, both teams.
Yeah.
But I think we got it today.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, you got a little three-headed monster in the backfield with Brill Doris, Elijah Eddy, and Jacob Bozeman. That's not even including this guy sitting next to me right here. Can you just talk about the unselfishness of those guys? They all carry the football. They all get yards. But to be that unselfish and know you can't be the guy in the team and just help the team, can you just talk about those guys?
Yeah, first thing is that they're all very unselfish young men. They all work their tails off very hard. And the kind of system we chose in the first place is designed just to do that. They get interchangeable. They can do a lot of things. Some nights, some guys have a good big night, and some nights another guy's gonna have a big night. And they're very unselfish, so it makes it a lot of fun. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about homecoming this year? Are you excited? You have a good time? There's some new traditions. What are your thoughts?
Feel good. A lot of people here.
Yeah. We got the cheerleaders, the band, everybody here. Does that make you any more nervous, Kate, or is it kind of, status quo for you?
Not really. Just go out, perform, have fun. That's what I do.
And Coach, what can we expect from your opposing team? What have you guys been looking out for? What's important to you in this matchup?
Coach Tremblay will have his guys ready to go. He's an excellent coach. They're doing a great job there at Watervliet. That's what I said. They're going to be ready to go. They have big play possibilities. They're really well coached. They're super motivated to come here and have fun with us. We've had a couple wins over the last couple of years, but I'm sure that helps motivate them. So I'm sure they're ready to go. So we just have to be on our best game.
Sure. And what is the support from the community? I mean, we've got a huge crowd here. How does that help motivate your team?
Well, the first thing is when we first brought the idea to us, I'm like, that sounds like a lot of fun. And I'm usually the no fun guy. So that's not my job. So I'm super grateful for all of this. This is a lot of fun. I'm really glad for all of you guys. So I appreciate it very much.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get to the locker room and start getting ready. In the meantime, we want to see this crowd again. We've been so excited to have you guys here. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here as well. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
We want to thank South Haven Public Schools for hosting this event at this historic stadium. Thank you to our sponsors again, Zenby Pasta, T-Shirt Printing Plus, RC Photography, and special thanks also to Compton Incorporated, the Inn at Harbor Shores. We cannot do this without you all. We want to thank the public schools again, the cheerleaders, the band, everybody with us. And guys, I love the jerseys as cheerleading uniforms. Let's hear it for South Haven. I love it. The school spirit. It's been so exciting. And we have a great tailgating zone. We have so much going on. There's bags. Is that volleyball or one of the sports with the nets? I'm not even sure what that's called, but so much going on. There's people kind of hanging out, getting food, getting excited for this game, and just so excited to have also our Rocket Cheer and football director, Aaron Presley, and the Rocket Kids with us. Aaron, thank you so much for being on with us today.
Well, you're welcome.
So tell us more about the Rocket Cheer and Rocket football program and why it's so important to South Haven Public Schools.
Well, like most Rocket, we start at first grade. Some do kindergarten. We go through sixth grade, and it's introducing the sport, introducing sportsmanship, developing character. That's a lot of one thing a lot of people don't think about that never played football. You talk to anybody that's older, and they have loads of memories when they were in football. So it helps develop them as people. I imagine cheer, it does the same thing, and it's a feeder program, so it starts when they're little.
Sure.
If you want to be successful.
Who do we have here with us?
I have Azalea and I have Levon.
Hi, guys. How do you feel about being up on stage with us?
Good.
Good. Tell us about Rocket Cheer.
It's fun, and we get to cheer with all the cheerleaders, and I love the cheer that we do when we are the Rams.
Do you want to tell us more about football as well? We'll get the mic over to you. What do you love most about being a part of Rocket football?
All the people you get to meet, and all the experiences that you have.
And you got to get to see a little bit of glimpse into your future, what it's going to be like when you grow up and get into junior high and high school, right? That's got to be exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Aaron, I want to ask you about what this homecoming has mean to the community. I mean, seeing the kids here, getting everybody from all ages, the entire school system involved. Why is that so important?
Well, it brings football back. I think at one point football was kind of, not very popular in South Haven amongst the town members. And every year it's been getting busier and busier and coming back. And then also successful seasons help with that. But it's just hometown pride is a big deal.
Sure.
Today's day and age, I think with social media that
Yes.
gets kind of lost.
Mhm.
And that's something that needs to grow. So,
Yeah.
and we're on the right track.
And we've got a great day for it. Thank you all so much for being here, and good luck the rest of the season. We look forward to seeing you on the field someday, right? For the big high school game on Friday night. Thank you so much. We are going to send it over to Ken by our Alliance RV truck right now. He's got the Remax by the Lake trivia question. Ken?
Thanks, Casey. Now we have a Remax trivia question here. Here's the question. In what year was Watervliet's last undefeated football season? In what year was Watervliet's last undefeated football season? When to go to break here, and we'll come back and hear from our experts and get your answer.
Looking for the perfect grill? Find yours at Ace. Find a Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, or Blackstone. You won't find all these premium brands and service at a warehouse store, only at your neighborhood Ace. Buy a new grill at Ace and get free assembly and delivery.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome to Alliance RV, where we believe that every journey is a story waiting to be written. Imagine the joy of togetherness, where families relax, and memories come to life, right outside our RVs. Your adventure begins when you choose to join the Alliance. Rediscover the delight of connecting and making cherished memories, leaving the daily hustle and bustle behind. Alliance is your passport to adventure. It's about the thrill of discovery and the joy of togetherness. When you join the Alliance, you discover a serene haven on the open road. Escape the chaos, find serenity, and revel in the beauty of the world, where adventure and comfort unite. Join the Alliance and start your adventure today.
Voices rising like a church choir, light it up like a wildfire, setting these dreams higher.
We got a great crowd here for Friday football tailgate. Let's hear it for the South Haven Rams taking on the Watervliet Panthers. And guys, we just want to thank our sponsors again, Ross Services, Ace Hardware, live at Ratcliffe Field. We got to get into the nitty-gritty details of this matchup. But first, let's take a look again at that Remax by the Lake trivia question, Brent.
Yeah, Casey, I'll go ahead and read it one more time. And that question is, in what year did Watervliet last undefeated football season? So what year was it that Watervliet was last undefeated?
There it is, 1981.
I would have guessed maybe 2013.
It's been a minute.
They had some good football teams back then.
Yeah, back then, got to remember, if you're going to go undefeated in the modern era, you're going to win a state championship. And that hadn't happened. But Watervliet was, I believe, 12-1 in 2013 and 11-1 in 2017, or vice versa. So they lost their last game of the season both those years.
Yeah.
But you're right, 1981.
Great history for you guys there. It's been a minute, and we're just a little bit over an hour away from kickoff here. It's very exciting. But speaking of that history, that trivia, we've got a closer look at two former South Haven football standouts and their connection to this community.
Being a Ram is a tremendous honor. And when I think about my 5 brothers and sisters, and they all went to school here, and the boys all played football. And frankly, my brother Johnny maybe was the best football player of the group, pound for pound. My brother Jimmy had the best hands, and this guy next to me is the finest athlete in our family. So I'm very proud of all of us competing here and giving back to the community. And when I come, they treat me better than I deserve. And it's just an honor to be part of this tradition.
My senior year,
we were rated number 6 or 8, and we were playing number 2 or 3, Three Rivers in homecoming game here. And this place was packed, 6,000 fans. And we got up 54-0 by the end of the third quarter. And then we, gave the opportunity to other people to play. And the final score was 54-16. It was the best game ever played in. People like Perry Palanka, Mike Jones, Shelby Gamble just were outstanding in that game. And from my senior year class, we had 6 guys play D1 football, and many more played at different levels. Tony was either the first or second guy to play from South Haven in the Big Ten.
My gosh, we played, 60 some years ago. And I'll be 78 years old, and I can remember practically every play and every teammate. And I'm so proud to be a Ram and to be able to come over here and see that the field itself hasn't changed. Yeah, we have upgraded facilities. You can walk over to the field and watch high school football. It's phenomenal.
Man, the Cannoni brothers, just national treasures. They're here tonight with us as well. That's a great story about the two of them. We got t-shirt cannons going off. We got crazy things going on here. We got almost just an hour away from our kickoff, and we're joined now by 2 team experts, Kevin Powell and John Oliphant. Guys, thank you for being here today. How are we feeling about this matchup?
Well, I'll tell you what, we had kind of a tough week last week over at Parchment, but you see the kids in the hall. This is homecoming, and that's about all you need to say around high school football in Michigan. When it's homecoming, we come to play. We come to play on homecoming. So looking forward to a really good game tonight between our Rams and the Panthers.
John, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's tough for a team to come into a homecoming situation sometimes, and the Panthers have had a couple of challenges this year. They're a little bitten by the injury bug, but I think they're fired up and they're ready to go, and I think they're going to make a game of it.
I appreciate you guys coming on. I know you're very important to both communities as far as what you do to promote and to be the voice of your schools. And so thank you for being here, and thank you for doing a great job for your communities.
Oh, thanks.
So Kevin, I want to talk about South Haven a little bit. South Haven lost 2 really close games earlier in the year to really good football teams, Dowagiac and Constantine, and they had a chance to win both those football games. Last week, your offense completely goes missing. Can you just talk about this South Haven team and some of the consistency issues throughout the season, and what do you got to do to still give your team a shot for the playoffs?
Brent, I heard you earlier alluded to the Rams and our 3-headed monster. And when we have those 3 running backs out there and our quarterback, Brill Doris, we have Elijah Eddy, and then we have Jacob Bosma, and then Cade Hahn, who was on your show earlier. Those 4 guys, they can move the sticks. And then we got some horses up front. We have 5 returning linemen. The only guy, it's a new guy really, is our center. So we got the horses up front, but we lose Brill Doris with a leg injury. We lose Bosma last week, so he's not going to be able to go tonight. So now our 3-headed monster has turned into, hey, Elijah Eddy, and who's on deck? Who's on deck tonight? So we Coach Eddy's got to go. Coach Eddy and Elijah Eddy, father-son combination. So Coach Eddy's going to have to go down and pull up some guys that might not have had to carry that rock 15, 18 times tonight. And they're going to have to do it. But like I said, everything starts in the trenches, Brent. And I think we got the horses up front to create some gaps. And then the guys that come in who will tote that rock tonight, they're going to get it done. Really looking forward to seeing some guys that we might not have seen too much during the season get some action tonight in that big old homecoming. Because we were at homecoming last week at Parchment, and it didn't go well.
Oh, yeah.
So we're hoping that South Haven can turn the favor to the Panthers tonight and put you on the end of that 32-0 game.
Kevin, you don't have to convince me. I don't think there's a Watervliet person that's a fan of me today. So I'm well aware of your guys' football team.
Not even the guy next to you, too. And John, can you just speak to the challenges that Watervliet is facing and how they come into a really hostile environment here tonight?
Yeah, I think they really got to get their practice in and see what they can do. They got to make some tackles tonight. That's going to be the big thing, is they can play some defense, get their reads, see if they can't get these guys down when they get the opportunities to do that. They're going to have to play some pretty good football tonight and take advantage of any turnovers that come up and see how that goes in their offense. They're going to have to get some holes and get through those holes. And if they can get their speed going, I think they're going to be all right and got a shot to do this. But they're going to have to play really well tonight to be able to do it.
Well, you're wearing your team colors here, but you've got the Hawaiian getup on. So tell me more about this.
Well, you know, Katie, we are in South Haven, and South Haven is kind of a beach town, a kind of a heavy tourist community. So my thought was, since it's a beach and the beach is so relaxing and so stress-free, that I thought, hey, why not go a little beach attire tonight? Make it be kind of easy, kind of relaxing, but we're going to have to find out how relaxing and how easy it's going to be, because hey, you still got to go play the game. But that's what we're looking for.
Sure.
Beach town, it's like a mile from here, and it is awesome. and we are decked out, ready to go to the beach and have a nice, easy, relaxing game. We hope.
Yes, John, I need your predictions. Let's hear it.
Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Prediction tonight. I being homecoming and all that, I have to give South Haven the edge tonight, but I think that the Panthers are going to be in this. I think it's going to be a tight match and a tight game, and if they can play well and get some breaks, I think they got a shot at it.
And your predictions as well, Kevin.
Well, I see our linemen, our offensive and defensive linemen, being able to control the line of scrimmage, and we got some guys that can still run the ball. We're going to get Dominic Guzman out there. We're going to Elijah Eddy out there. We're going to have Quinn Hayes out there. We're probably going to have to rely on Cade Honda slinging around a little bit, spin that pigskin a little bit. So I'm looking for a 20-point victory for our Rams tonight.
Oh, all right.
20 points.
Here first.
Bank it, baby.
All right. Well, thank you two for joining us. We've got a celebrity picker as well that's coming in. So very excited to get. He's coming off to our right. I think he's coming through the crowd.
Oh, he's a big guy. I think he's right over
Where
here.
is he? I don't even see him. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Ken Valley.
We got Isaiah Grimes going. I got a little something for our home crowd.
Let's see it. Let's see it while he's coming up. Oh my goodness.
Over here, big man.
It's chaos.
You'll be over here.
It's chaos on here. Oh my goodness. This is a family program. And it's gone off the rails. I love it. You never know what to expect when it's live. Thank you so much, guys. Oh my gosh. Get the shirtless man off here. We got Isaiah Grimes up here as well, our celebrity picker. You look pretty cool. Love the sunglasses. How you feeling in this matchup here tonight?
I'm feeling really good about it. It's hard to come in and try to spoil someone's homecoming. I think all the homecomings I played in, either home or away, I think we always came out with the win.
Yeah, this is exciting. Ken?
Yeah, hey, thanks for coming back. Great to see you. I've known this guy since he was a little dude, and he's not much of a little dude anymore.
No, not at all.
He's a beast. A great young man, and we appreciate you coming back. What do you think about tonight? Give us your prediction.
With that being said, I think we're going to run up a lot of points tonight. I'm thinking about 52-14.
Wow.
52-14.
We're going to put it on them.
I mean, that's exciting. And what's it like to come back and, see kind of the crowd and how homecoming has been in this game?
I mean, this is awesome. I wish we had this when I was in school.
Yeah.
This is awesome atmosphere. This is something I've never seen growing up, so I'm really glad this is going on.
We saw your picture up here earlier. I don't know if you saw it on screen. We were able to correctly guess it. The guys were able to do that.
Good.
And what memories do you have from that year?
Man, we made a good run of the playoffs. It was a lot of fun. You always miss it. Maybe not so much the games, but just hanging out with your friends every day, practice, seeing all those guys.
All right. Well, Isaiah Grimes, thank you so much for your prediction as well. We got to get to our predictions as well. You can stay with us here.
Absolutely.
And hang out.
Yeah.
We're talking more about what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, Casey, we got to get your pick. I mean, it was not a great one last week.
Okay, listen.
I got to remind you.
I was successful in week 1 of our
Yeah.
show. Last time, not so much, but I think I feel pressure here. I feel like next to Isaiah Grimes, I've got to go with South Haven. I think Watervliet's going to struggle. So I'm going South Haven Rams, and I will kick it over to you, Brent. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't have a Watervliet fan in the house tonight. I am assured of that. Hey, let's hear it for former Watervliet athletic director, Ken Dees. Yeah! Ken retired on a high note. They won the baseball state championship last year, and then he got out of town because he did not want to continue to be a part of what's going on here at Watervliet. I'm sorry. It's been a rough football season. I just got to be real with everybody. Okay. But I've been talking to Ken, and Ken said, Brent, I don't know who I'm going to pick. And I said, Ken, I sure do. I'm not picking Watervliet. They're not going to win another football game all year this season. So if you're looking for that Cinderella story with Ken Dietz back in town in Watervliet, you ain't getting it tonight. I'm taking South Haven by 30 plus.
All right, Ken, as we close the show out, what about you?
That's tough. And remember, those are all Brent's words. Those aren't my words.
Right.
Watervliet was very, very, very good to me. And it's been a tough pick. I've been thinking about it all week long. But my mom came into town last night from the UP to watch the show. And she taught me a long time ago, just be honest, be upfront. Don't worry about what other people think about it. As long as you're honest and you're fair, you'll be fine. And so I've lived that way. I grew up that way. And, after hearing that Mr. Underwood's not going to play today, that kind of knocked the needle my way. So here's what I'm going to do tonight.
All right. Oh, my goodness. We got his Lee Corsack moment. There it is.
I'm going with the Rams.
He's going with the Rams. To close things out, thank you so much to this entire crowd, the band, the fans, so much, our crew. We can't do this without you, our sponsors. Thank you so much for watching live from Ratcliffe Field. We will see you on October 18th when Buchanan takes on the Dowagiac Chieftains. Again, October 18th. Don't miss it. This has been another episode of Friday Football Tailgate.
Nice to meet you, brother.